Welcome. My name is John Paul Dombrowski, and this is my Introductory to Mindfulness course. We're going to begin here by getting started right away because mindfulness is about experience, not explanation. So you can find yourself in a comfortable posture, sitting upright, but in a way that allows you to be relaxed. And just begin by noticing what it feels like to sit down. Give yourself a few moments to arrive here in your body, to notice the bodily sensations, to become aware of your physical presence. At its core, mindfulness is about awareness. So as we allow ourselves to arrive here in the body, you notice the feeling of our bottom beneath us, feet on the floor, hands on our lap. Notice any feeling in your shoulders, notice any feelings in your jaw, your tongue. And in mindfulness, we're not trying to do anything with this awareness. We're simply noticing what's here, and we're allowing ourselves to be with it. To be mindful is to pay attention on purpose to the present moment without judging or reacting to it. So when we sit down to practice mindfulness, we're intentionally taking an attitude that says we're not going to push our experience away. We're not going to tell stories about our experience. This is not the time to intentionally entertain thoughts, hold on to ideas. It's not the time to process things. It's a time to simply sit and notice what emerges without pushing on it, without pulling on it. And so one of the best ways that we can help cultivate this awareness is by gently focusing on an anchor point. Call this an object of focus. It can really be anything in our senses, but we're going to begin with the breath. And just notice how as soon as I say that, the breath, notice what happens in your attention. We're not breathing in any particular way. We're not trying to change the breath. This is just your natural breath. But just notice that your breath, it's here. And this is one of the most beautiful things that I found with the breath. The breath is always right here, taking care of us, carrying us from one moment to the next. There's nothing that you have to do. We simply turn towards it, and there it is. The breath is holding us without any effort on our part. Quality that's central to mindfulness is an open curiosity, an openness to experience. And so we bring this openness to our breath. Imagine that you're breathing for the very first time. Maybe like you were an alien and you've never breathed before, and now you're breathing. Where do you notice the breath? Noticing it in your belly like me. Noticing it rising and falling. It can be helpful to put a hand on the belly, like I'm doing now. Gently placing this hand on the belly can help us to follow the breath as it rises and falls a little bit more closely. But there's really not much effort here. We're resting the attention kind of like a feather on the belly, on the breath. Now the wind will come and blow the feather away. Our minds will get carried away in distraction and thought, and that's perfectly okay. It's what minds do. They wander. When we notice the mind has wandered, this is actually the real opportunity to practice mindfulness, to practice non-judgmentalism, non-reactivity. We just gently bring that feather of attention back and rest it on our belly. Noticing the rising and the falling. This breath right here, this breath right here, it always brings us to this moment. Now again, you may find that the mind wanders off. That's perfectly okay. The attitude that we want to cultivate here is kind of like puppy dog training. We notice that the puppy dog has wandered off. We just gently see that it's wandered off. We gently and lovingly pick it up, bring our attention back, bring the puppy dog back, and rest it. The key here is that we're both gentle and firm. And we do this over and over again. This is mindfulness practice. When we get distracted, when we get caught up in thought, those are the real moments for us to practice mindfulness. By seeing how little effort, how little judgment, how little reaction can I put forth to just bring my attention back to the belly without drama. You may notice thoughts. Am I doing this right? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Those are just more thoughts. Those are just more distractions. That's okay. They're welcome here. It's just the puppy dog wandering off again. Just come back. Rest the attention on the belly. Like me, again, you may notice that your mind has wandered off and you might even start to feel a little bit frustrated with that or irritated. That's okay. In mindfulness, even when we notice that we've been judging ourselves, we don't judge that. You cannot stop judgment with more judgment. We stop judgment by stepping back from it, by unplugging it. And so when we notice that we're judging ourselves, you just say, oh, that's happening right now. that's just more mind wandering. That's just more thought. And we come back to this breath. This breath which always brings us into this moment. And then for the last few moments here, you can just give your mind all the space that it wants. Let the mind do whatever it wants. It wants to think, let it think. It wants to rest, let it rest. Absolutely nothing to do here. And then coming back to the breath. Back to the body. Back to the sounds around you. You just gently open your eyes, noticing how you feel. If that was your first meditation, congratulations and welcome. I would encourage you to really remember this with a fondness. I remember the first times that I meditated, and there's really something a little bit special about it. And it really is this simple. What we're doing, the mind just has this tendency to get caught up in thought, to get pulled away, to get on these automatic loops, one after another. And by focusing on the breath, and we'll learn other things to focus on too, but by simply focusing on the breath, and then the mind will naturally wander off in those loops, we say, okay, I'm going to come back to the breath without judgment, without reaction. This is the training ground. The breath is our object of focus. Our mind is going to wander off. That's okay. The point here is not to stop thoughts. It's a big misconception. It's not to find peace. It's not to get rid of all these feelings. It's to learn how to turn our attention to the present moment without judging and without reacting. So this is a practice. So thanks for practicing. We'll continue. There'll be more videos in this series. You can come back to this practice over and over again. 10 minutes every morning, 10 minutes in the evening, over and over again, and bringing this practice through the day. Thanks for being here. Take good care.